Good morning, good day, students. Just a continuation of what we did in the class, or to some who missed the class. I just want to quickly do a review of this time around. I will just be talking about the graph, different kinds of graph that we can get from straight line equation. Uh, the graph we're talking about here is a graph of linear equation. What is a linear equation? A linear equation is an equation that you can never find any other power other than power of 1. You cannot find square or cube or any other power there. Any linear equation is only of degree 1. When I say degree 1, it means that you can have x, you can have y, but you can never have x squared, x cubed in linear equation. Okay, a good example of linear or general form of linear equation, of equation of a straight line is this: y equals 5x. Let's say plus 1. And if you look at it from the graph, if you look at what I've just typed out, the graph has just been plotted. So which means that this graph says that the gradient of these what is the gradient? It is the coefficient. Once when you look at an equation, a straight line equation, and you see that the coefficient of y is 1, that is, no other number is with y, and then you now take the coefficient of x, any number that is there, if nothing is there, that means 1 is there. That means 1 is the coefficient. In this case now, it is 5 that is there. So you have 5x. That 5 that is with x is the gradient or the slope of this straight line equation. And then that c, that y that 1 that you are seeing there is the point where that line cuts y-axis. What is y-axis? Y-axis is this axis. Is the axis where y-axis is the axis that looks like the way we stand. Okay, that is from up to down. Okay, while x-axis is from left to right. As you can see now, this is equation of a straight line, and the reflected graph has been given. If I like, I can change this graph. Let me change that 1. Let me delete it and put 5. Can you see that the line now is passing the y-axis at 0.5, which that line, that 5, is called the intercept. Intercept is a point where a straight line cuts y-axis. Okay, and that in this intercept is called y-intercept. We can also have x-intercept too, and all that. Okay, now there are other equations that we can derive, that you can get doing this. Let's just experiment with other equations. Let me say that minus 5. Let me say that 5. Let me make it minus 5. Minus 5. Can you see at this point in time now, the y-intercept is on negative 5. Okay, so I believe you can practice this by drawing them on your graph sheets and all that. Okay, so you can see that when I put minus 5 now, the y-intercept, which is minus 5, or our c in the other video that I have posted or that we treated today, anywhere the line cuts y-axis, that point is the point, it's called intercept. Okay, and that is y-intercept. In this case now, it is minus 5. That is y-intercept. There are other forms of equation. For instance, what if we have just We don't have the intercept, we just have this. We just have this ordinary number, y is just equal to 5. Whenever you have this kind of graph, okay, it is still an equation, but this time around we are just saying that all the values of y, they are 5. Whenever you have this, you can see the red line, it is parallel to what, to x-axis. Okay, whenever you have the graph of y equals ordinary number, then the line will be parallel to x-axis. Again, if I change it to 4, you will see what will happen. The line will move to 4 and you will still be parallel to x-axis. Can you see? For y equals 4, it has dropped from 5 to 4. It has dropped from 5 to 4. If I change it to minus 4, you will see it now. See, it has dropped to minus 4, which shows that any line that has y equals to ordinary number, the graph will always be parallel to x-axis. Let's see what happens, whether we can have the same thing for x. What if we change this y to x? Whenever we have a graph of y equal to x equal to ordinary number, the answer that we are going to get is going to be a line. The line that will be drawn will be parallel to y-axis. Okay, in other words, x will give us x equal to any ordinary number will give us a line. It means that all the value of x, all the value at, it means that at when x is equal to 4, a line that will be drawn that we are going to get is going to be equal to 4. Okay, it's going to be parallel to y-axis. So each time y is equal to ordinary number, it will give us a line that is parallel to x-axis, and when x is equal to ordinary number, it will give us a line parallel to y-axis. Let me change this one to plus 5. You see that you go to the other side of y, other side of x. Okay, and now you can see it is still parallel to y-axis. This is, can you see, it keeps going on and on and on like that. So it's parallel to y-axis once it is x equals ordinary number. Okay, what about if I now do it this way? I guess that's also, to recap on that, we will get this kind of graph where you have intercept is called is the general form of linear equation where you have y is actually supposed to be equal to mx, but I can't find m now, so let's just use odd number to represent our gradient. Okay, mx, let me limit it to 1, between 1, let's say 1 and 20. Okay, so if I say y is equal to 5x, you see y equal to 5x, can you see what we're able to get out of it? Okay, all right. Okay, whenever there is no intercept, the line will pass through 0. When it passes through 0, we say that it passes through the origin. 0 is known as the origin. Okay, but when there is an intercept, that is a point where it will cross y-axis, say, let me say +2, you see that it will pass through +2. Can you see that the line now is passing through +2? So this is how you can understand equation of motion, equation of straight line, easily. I will pause this video now so that it will be short, it won't be so heavy. I'll see whether I can make another one still on equation of straight line before we go into calculation.